waiting, neutral, ready for whatever you decide to give it. Stop fearing it, feel it. The empty page doesn't know what you're afraid to write. It holds no memory of yesterday's difficult fight. With the same blank space, it's new each time you face it. The empty page is innocent. You're the one who's traced it with meaning it never had. Fear, expectation, weight. The page itself is neutral. It doesn't judge or wait to see if you're good enough. It simply receives whatever you decide to give it. That's all it believes. Not a verdict, not a test. The empty page is only space, waiting for your best. The empty page, just space. The empty page, no disgrace. And starting badly, starting small. The empty page receives it all. Without judgment, without weight. The empty page, just create. Whatever comes, it's only paper. The empty page, no need to wait. You gave the empty page power. It never asked to hold the fear that lives that came from you. The page stayed cold and neutral through it all, never once demanding more than what you're willing to give. The empty page is core, simply readiness to be filled with the rough or the polished, the brilliant or the not quite enough. The empty page doesn't care which one arrives today, it just waits, neutral, patient, ready either way. Not a verdict, not a test. The empty page is only space, waiting for your best. The empty page, just space. The empty page, no disgrace. And starting badly, starting small. The empty page receives it all. Without judgment, without weight. The empty page, just create. Whatever comes, it's only paper. The empty page, no need to wait. You stared at it for 20 minutes, convinced it was watching you, waiting to see if you'd fail. It wasn't. It was just paper, just pixels, just space. The fear was yours, projected onto something that has never once judged anyone. Write the bad sentence. The page doesn't care. It never did. Fill it. Without the weight you gave it before, just space, just paper, just an open door that doesn't care but walks through it first today. The empty page receives whatever, that's its only way. longer empty. The fear was never really there. Just borrow, just imagine. The page took whatever you gave it. Come back tomorrow. Another empty page, another open door. Fill it. At a certain altitude, the distractions can't follow. You have to get there first. Breathe. Start climbing. There's a point above the chaos where the air gets clean and spare, where a thought can move without the weight of everything down there. You don't force the ascent, you just let the rhythm set the grade. And the climb becomes unconscious, and the fear begins to fade. This is not ambition, this is something older, more refined. The instinct to go higher than the limits of the mind. Above the noise, above the pull, above the half-completed thought. The space up here is wide and still, and this is where you're caught. Thin air, where focus lives. No interference, only this mind above the tree line now. Clear view, no question how. Thin air, breathe it in. Below you sits the inbox and the version left undone. The argument you replayed and the race you almost won. Up here none of that is altitude, it all dissolves below. And what remains is only what the work itself can show. A clean perspective, honest light, problem seen entire. Not what you wished it was, but what it needs to become prior. Above the noise, above the pull, above the half-completed thought. The space up here is wide and still, and this is where you're caught. Thin air, where focus lives. No interference, only this mind above the tree line now. Clear view, no question how. Thin air, breathe it in. You thought the height would scare you. It doesn't, it clarifies. Up here the work is smaller and more important at the same always been enough. When the music stops, when the session ends, when the playlist closes, something stays. Not the notes, not the timestamps. What remains is what actually mattered. Look at it. Carry it forward. The session passes and most of it dissolves away, forgotten by the evening of the very same day. But something always remains, not everything, just what was real enough to leave a mark. What remains is not the hours counted or the playlist that you played. It's the shift in how you think, the quiet trade you made with time. What remains is never loud. It's the residue of presence, humble, unannounced, unproud. Not the hours, what they built, not the playlist, what it gave. What remains is always quieter than what the sessions seem to crave. What remains after it all? What remains after the call of the music fades to silence? What remains past compliance with the clock, past the count? What remains is the amount of real change last track of this playlist. You'll forget the specific sessions. You'll forget which track was playing during which breakthrough. That's fine. What remains isn't the memory, it's the change. The version of you that shows up differently now, that stays longer, that trusts the process. That's what remains. It was never about remembering the music. It was about becoming this. Come back for the next playlist, knowing what remains is yours. Not the songs you'll forget, but what the practice restores and builds and carries forward through every single one. What remains is what the sessions actually have done to the way you think and work and return and stay. What remains, the quiet gift, what remains today and every day before it, accumulating true. What remains is the version of the practice. That's you. What remains after it all, it stays. What remains after the call of the music fades to silence? What remains past compliance, past with the clock, past the count. Ooh, what remains is the amount of real change the practice made. What remains never fades, never remaining quiet, true. The playlist ends here. What it built in you doesn't carry it forward into the next session, the next playlist, the next version of yourself. What remains is enough. It always was. Not the kind that breaks you, the kind that shapes you, like water carving stone. Patient, continuous, precise. Feel it. There's a pressure in the focused mind that doesn't come from fear. It comes from the accumulated weight of everything that's near, the unsolved and the unfinished and the almost understood. The pressure that the deep work holds is pressure doing good. It doesn't crack the surface, it compresses to the core. And what comes out the other side was never there before. Not polished from the outside, crystallized from within. The pressure drop is where the real work begins. Not breaking, becoming, not cracking, refining. The pressure that the session holds is the pressure of designing. Pressure drop, slow and sure. Not the kind that breaks, the kind that makes something harder than before. Pressure drop, hold the weight, let it work on you, let it create the version of the thinking that only pressure generates. Pressure drop, a molecular rate. The pressure drop is how the deep work creates. Not breaking, becoming, not cracking, refining. The pressure that the session holds is the pressure of designing. Pressure drop, slow and sure. Not the kind that breaks, the kind that makes something harder than before. Pressure drop, hold the weight, let it work on you, let it create the version of a thinking that only pressure generates. Pressure drop. You confuse the pressure with the problem. They aren't the same. The problem is what you're solving. The pressure is what's solving you, reshaping the way the mind approaches, holds, sustains. Every deep session applies a little more. Every session after is shaped by the ones before. You're being made, let it continue. Weeks of pressure sessions and the thinking starts to change. Not just faster, differently across a wider range of connection and of pattern and of willingness to hold the complex problem longer than the unpressured mind is told. It's comfortable, the pressure drop extends the comfort zone by making the discomfort of the deep work feel like home. Come back to it, apply the session, apply the weight. The pressure drop is patient, it can always wait for you to show up, ready to be shaped again today. The pressure drop is how the best work finds its way. Pressure drop, slow and sure, still form the kind that breaks, the kind that makes something harder than before. Pressure drop, hold the weight, keep, let it work on you, let it create the version of the thinking that only pressure generates. Only this pressure drop, still forming, still under pressure. The session ends, the formation continues. Come back tomorrow, apply more, let it shape you into something the work can use. What if the session never needed to end? What if the loop was the point? Not the pause, not the result, just the open loop. Running, always running. There's a different kind of working where the ending isn't marked, where the session bleeds into the next before the first is parked. Not unfinished, open, like a question held in trust. The open loop is patient, it accumulates because it must. You don't close it in a day, you feed it every time you sit. The open loop rewards the one who doesn't rush to quit. It lives between the sessions and the back of every thought. The open loop is half the things you've built and half the things you've caught. Not incomplete in motion, not stuck in flow. The open loop is running even when you let it go. to find the loop has moved to somewhere you've not been. Not magic, just the nature of a mind that trusts the weight. The open loop was always solving. Patience was the gate, not incomplete in motion, not stuck in flow. The open loop is running, even when you let it go. Open loop. Trying to close it too early. The loop wasn't finished. You were just tired. Those are different things. Leave it open tonight. Come back tomorrow and find out what the loop did while you were away. It doesn't sleep. It doesn't need you to. Just leave the door open. The loop knows the way back. Let it run, still run. Open loop, never done. Not a flaw, not a way. Open loop, that's the state. Always the state. The loop is still open. That's not a problem, that's the design. Come back tomorrow. The loop has been working, it always has. Open loop, always running, always enough. Calm begins, noise fades out, breath is slow, clear the doubt. Small action, small result. Keep it plain, no console. No hurry, no sound. Stable rhythm. Stable rhythm. Hold the pace. Hold the pace. Same action, same way. Steady work, no delay, no hurry, no sound. Stable rhythm. Stable rhythm. Hold the pace. Hold the pace. is clear. Hands just go. Only task, only flow. Loop again. Deep session that leaves no trace in the memory. Not because nothing happened, because everything happened. That's the one that matters most. Find it. It doesn't appear on the record and it won't show in the log. It lives between the timestamps in the middle of the fog. A full immersion where the self dissolves into the task, and the hour passes whole without you stopping once to ask how long it's been or what comes next or whether this is right. The invisible hour runs completely out of sight of the monitoring mind, the part that watches and reports. The invisible hour is the one that the deep work courts. Past the watching, past the measuring, past the part that keeps the score. The invisible hour opens into something more. The invisible hour, no record kept, no timestamp saved, no progress swept into a chart or a metric or a line. The invisible hour is entirely mine, lived completely, not observed. The invisible hour is the one deserved by every session that went deep enough to lose the clock. Count the self that had to choose. Monitored mind produces monitored work, correct but thin. Something always held in reserve, not fully given in to the task, because the watching self requires a portion kept for the performance of the working, and the invisible hours swept clean of performance. No one watching, nothing to report, just the mind and the material and the invisible court of the work itself, demanding and receiving everything. The invisible hour is what total presence brings. Past the watching, past the measuring, past the part that keeps the score. The invisible hour opens into something more. The invisible hour, no record kept, no timestamp saved, no progress swept into a chart or a metric or a line. The invisible hour is entirely mine, lived completely, not observed. The invisible hour is the one deserved by every session that went deep enough to lose the clock, to count the self that had to choose. You'll know it happened by what exists after, not by remembering the doing, by seeing what got done. The invisible hour leaves its evidence in the output, not in the experience. You won't remember being there, but the work remembers. The work always remembers. The invisible hour, it was built inside it. Look at what you made, that's where the hour went. Session, not by forcing but by clearing every obstacle between the working mind and the appearing of the invisible hour. It can't be summoned or be scheduled, but it comes reliably to the session that is leveled of distraction, stilled of surface, given over to the length of uninterrupted presence in the session's honest strength. The invisible hour is the proof that deep work happened, not the output, not the metric, but the disappearance of the self into the task, and what returned was different. The invisible hour made it quietly insistent. The invisible hour, no record kept, it was real. No timestamp saved, no progress swept into a chart or a metric or a line. The invisible hour is entirely mine, entirely lived, completely not observed. The invisible hour is the one deserved by every session that went deep enough to lose the clock, the count, the self gone, that had to choose. No record, no timestamp, just the work that came out the other side of the hour you won't remember. That's proof enough. That's all the proof the invisible hour ever needs. Go find it again. It's already in there, waiting. Not every pause is a stop. Some pauses are part of the rhythm itself. Practice to liberate exactly as necessary as the motion around them. Take the pause, it's part of the work. Practice pauses and hesitation. It's designed, built into the rhythm of the session by the fine understanding that constant motion is in constant progress. The practice pause lets the thinking settle and digest what just happened before moving to what's next. The practice pause isn't a break from the context, it's part of the context. The rhythm needs the rest between the movements. The practice pause is at its best. Not a stop, a breath, not a break, a beat. The practice pause completes. The rhythm makes it neat. The practice pause built in. The practice pause within the rhythm of the actual work. The practice pause, nothing shirks by stopping for a moment here. The practice pause makes it clear what the motion actually needs. The practice pause, where it leads. practice pause completes. The rhythm makes it neat. The practice pause built in. Practice pause within the rhythm of the actual work. Practice pause, nothing shirks by stopping for a moment here. The practice pause makes it clear what the motion actually needs. The practice pause, where it leads. You felt guilty every time you paused during a session, like the pause was proof. You weren't working hard enough, but the musician's rest is written into the score on purpose. The practice pause is an absence. It's the structure that makes the notes around it make sense. Stop apologizing for the pause. It's not a gap in the work. It is the work. Come back to the practice pause when the rhythm feels too rushed. Let the pause take its place. Let the moment be unbrushed by the guilt of stopping. The practice pause belongs right where it falls. As much a part of all the songs of the working session as the motion in between. The practice pause, the practice exactly as it's seen by the ones who've learned the rhythm needs the breath as much as it needs the movement. Practice pause, the touch. Pausing on purpose. Part of the rhythm. The pause wasn't the failure. It was the architecture. Come back tomorrow. Pause when the rhythm asks for it. Practice pause. Always belongs. Reality exists before it has a name. In that nameless state, it's most itself. The session catches ideas before the name pins them down. Stay in the before, work from there. Before the name arrives, the thing is still completely free, not yet defined by what the word will make it be. The nameless thought has edges that the name won't lose as fast. But before the name is where the purest session lasts, longest in the space of the not yet articulated, where the thinking runs before it's been translated into the fixed session that stays in the before. Catches something the named version never caught before. Before the word, the thing itself. Before the before the name expands beyond the noun's endowments into the shape the name would never have contained. The session before the name is untamed by the category, unclipped by the defined. But before the name is where the most alive work finds its first direction. Before the word narrows the field, but before the name is what the best sessions yield. Most honestly, the thing before the thing was fixed. The session in the before, where everything is mixed, impossible and wide and not yet told what it must be. Before the name, the session, still completely free. Before the word, the thing itself. Before the label, what it felt. Before the name pinned it in place. Before the name, the wider space. Before the name, the open field. Before the name, what hasn't healed into definition yet still wide. Before the name, the session's guide is the thing itself, not what it's called. Before the name, before the wall, garden of the fixed idea. Before the name, the session's here. Name it too early, and you lose the edges that would have become its most interesting features. The session that stays in the before the name, longer than is comfortable, finds things the name version never could. Let it stay unnamed, work inside the nameless. The name will come when the thing is ready to be one thing. Until then, let it be everything. The before the name is the most creative state the session ever enters. Stay there, work there, name it later. Return to the before the name when the work goes rigid, when the definition closes. What should still be vivid with possibility? Strip the name back, return the thing to its pre-linguistic state. Let the session bring it back to the wide and the unnamed and the free. Before the name, the session, what it needs to be. Before you tell it what it is, come back and work from the before, when nothing has to be one thing. The murk of the undefined is not confusion, it is range. Before the name, the session, wide and strange, and full of what the name version will never know it had. Before the name, the best work always from the before. Before the name, the open field, stay open. Before the name, what hasn't healed into definition yet still wide. Before the name, the session's guide, the widest guide is the thing itself, not what it's called. Before the name, before the walled garden of the fixed idea. Before the name, the session's here, always here, unnamed, still wide, still everything. The before the name doesn't end when the session does. It waits in the work for the name to earn its place. Let the name wait, work in the wide, work in the nameless, work in the before. The session is most alive, right here, before anything is fixed. Before anything is one thing. Before the name, before the name. Steady air, steady sight, calm inside, set it right. even flow line. Even flow line, keep it smooth, keep it smooth. Gentle cycles, gentle cycles. Nothing shifts, nothing strays, only calm, only waves. Let it run, let it run. The moon doesn't make its own light. It reflects. Some sessions work the same way, borrowing momentum from the last one, passing it forward to the next. Nothing wrong with that. Reflected well. Not every session generates its own original spark. Some borrow light from yesterdays and carry it through the dark. Stretch between motivations, borrow light still illuminates the path forward, even when the source originates somewhere else, somewhere past the borrow light. Still real, still useful, still enough to work by. Still the feel of momentum, even when it isn't freshly made. Borrow light gets the session through the unmotivated shade. Not original, reflected, not new, still true. Borrow light still lights the session just as well as new light does. Borrow light, still light. Borrow light, still right for finding the way through. Borrow light, what's true doesn't need to be self-made. Borrow light, the trait of momentum forward, hour to hour. Borrow light has its own power. single day. The borrowed light of yesterday's momentum lights the way. Just as clearly, just as usefully, the session doesn't care where the light came from, if it's bright enough to bear the weight of the attention. Borrow light from the last good session you had, carries forward, holds you fast to the practice, even on the days the spark feels gone. Borrow light still gets the session's true work done. Not original, reflected, not new, still true. Borrow light still lights the session just as well as new light does. Borrow light, still light. Borrow light, still right for finding a way through. Borrow light, what's true doesn't need to be self-made. Borrow light, the train of momentum forward, hour to hour. Borrow light has its own power. You felt guilty for not feeling inspired today, but you sat down anyway, borrowing the light of every session before this one. That's not lesser work. That's how the practice actually runs. Mostly on borrowed light, occasionally on original spark. Both count, both move the work forward. Stop waiting for your own fire. Borrow what's already burning. It's enough, it's always been enough.